You are listening to A Path to a New You, a podcast about mental health as well as veterans issues. Today's topic I want to talk about is actually to me, it's a very interesting topic and a very important topic. And it's a topic that's very common among people. It's comparing yourself to others. I tell you right now, I do that a lot. I compare myself to other people. And this episode, I want to talk about how you can stop comparing yourself to others. We take our achievements for granted and focus only on people who appear to be ahead of us. Very true for me, very true probably for some of you who are listening. When someone achieves a goal, let's study their success. Figure out how they achieve their goals. It offers clues that can help you reach your own goals. Social comparisons are not objective. They're based on appearances and the stories we tell ourselves. Using others as a measuring stick to assess your own worth is widely embedded in our highly competitive culture. This process starts fairly early in childhood when students are stratified based on academic merit. The rise in youth sports popularity has further reinforced this process as children compete against each other to make their desired sports team. So there's been a rise in sports, in youth sports. When we grow up, we want to compete in sports. And for a lot of the teams, you have to compete in order to make the team. Not every single team out there. But say when you become 6, 7 years, 8 years old, 9 years old, middle school, especially in high school, you got to compete because there's a lot of people who want to make the team, so it's competitive. It is completely understandable that you and I, would compare ourselves to our peers to determine your standing in different facets of life. You might look at someone's house or car or anything else to assess how financially successful you are compared to them. I do that a lot. If you are in other jobs, other professions, you might do the same thing with, say, someone is a higher up, the same field. You're trying to get to where they're at. Example is myself. As a therapist, I got my master's degree. I'm still not fully licensed. So I am comparing myself to those who actually I graduated with, who already have their license, who are fully licensed, who've taken the test and become successful in the mental health field. I've taken the test a few times and I've missed it by about 3 to 4 points each time. Plan on taking it in the next couple months. I'm studying my butt off for that. And I'm hoping to get there. So yeah, I compare myself to other people who've been in the field about as much time as I have. I've been in the mental health field for over 20 years. So yeah, I compare myself a lot. Also, the rise of social media has intensified this process. With the scroll of our finger, you can engage in an endless stream of social comparisons in every facet of your life. TikTok, Facebook, you see other people who are succeeding in life, who have achieved major goals, who have been promoted, especially in the same field. You're friends with someone that you're at work with, and you find out, hey, they posted on Facebook or somewhere where they got promoted, but you compare yourself with them because they've been at the employer at the same amount of time as you have. That hopefully everything I've talked about right now has made sense. There is nothing wrong with seeking ways to evaluate your performance. Gathering objective data can help you monitor your progress toward a desired goal. The problem is that you are using an inaccurate measuring system. There are inherent cognitive errors when you compare yourself to other people. First of all, studies have shown that we compare ourselves to those who have seemed ahead in some way and forgot about the masses who are in a worse predicament. Such vertical comparisons can trigger feelings of inadequacy and inferiority, which pose a threat to your self esteem and overall mood. And that is a good point. When it's an example of mine, I've been in the mental health field, trying to become fully licensed. You see others who, myself, I've seen those who I'm friends with on Facebook who have gotten their license, who have a successful private practice, who are making good money, who are traveling a lot, going across country, going overseas for vacations. And you know what? Here I am stuck. Yeah. The only thing about my situation is if I don't pass that exam, I gotta wait another 3 months before I take it. And I'm not a good test taker. I got test anxiety, so I'm trying to figure out ways to help improve that situation so I can pass the exam. In addition, some comparisons are based on appearances. You compare your real messy life to the life of someone who appears to have more of what you want. You compare yourself, but yeah, that person may have some troubles too. But we always compare ourselves with other people. So, what are some of the things you can do to help with that situation? If you find yourself feeling worse after comparing yourself to others, don't be down on yourself. Here's some tips that I found that may help you avoid that trap of social comparisons. First one, focus on your personal growth. Success is not a zero sum game. Everyone is climbing a different mountain. That is very true. Someone achieving their goals does not mean you cannot achieve your goals. Your success may look different than what you had originally envisioned. Mine has looked different a lot. Be flexible and embrace the ambiguity of your journey. So embrace your journey. Your journey is different from others. Another situation I had back in 2021, I was in the hospital for 3 months, diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. So you know what? I had to take several steps back in order to focus more on my mental health and physical health. So yeah, it took me, I was in the hospital for 3 months, but it took me probably about a year and a half to finally get back to where I want to be for my physical health and mental health. I'm still not quite there 100%. I'm still working on mental health part and my physical health part. Also, last year, there was a lot going on last year in my life with other situations where I volunteered to do more at the VFW. So there, my mental health and my physical health took a turn. It took a turn due to certain circumstances where the person in charge wanted to everything to be a certain way. You gotta learn to say no. I said no several times. There's some people out there who do not take no for an answer. And those people in leadership who do not take no for an answer, that can be kind of difficult right there. So that happened to me last year. So I was trying to focus on myself, but yet I couldn't because there are other things that was going on. And a quote unquote had to be done. Number two, be curious. Adopting a curiosity mindset can spare you feelings of envy and inadequacy when comparing yourself to others. When someone achieves a goal you desire, study their success, figure out what they did. It leaves behind clues to help you achieve your own personal goals. I'm a curious guy. I try to figure out, hey, how did you do that? What did you do to get that goal? What did you do to maintain that goal? What did you do? I ask a lot of questions. Number three, set boundaries with social media. Social media is an arena that amplifies social comparisons. Make sure to set boundaries with it. I try to set my boundaries with social media as well. I don't do a whole lot of time on Facebook. I still a lot of time, but not a lot of time like I used to. Another thing is TikTok. I've got addicted to TikTok. And yeah, I'm trying to work on that too, where, you know what, I'll do TikTok here and there. Try to get off social media and try to focus on what I need to do to improve my situation. Number four, be mindful. Our minds are master storytellers. Notice the stories you tell yourself when you compare yourself to others and how you feel after telling yourself such stories. Mindfulness can help you stop this process in its tracks. Mindfulness is very helpful, very helpful. And I've told my past clients that, I've told friends that, mindfulness. Number five, the last one, give yourself grace. Letting go of old habits is hard, especially when you are widely prevalent in society. Give yourself grace when you fall for the trap of social comparisons and continue to shift your focus toward what matters most, being present with yourself and your loved ones. So those are five. There's a lot more out there, but I'm sure you can figure it out. These are five ways to help you improve yourself so that you don't compare yourself to others. Again, I personally compare myself to other people all the time. It's a habit. It sucks. And you know what? It's not the best. Sometimes when I see other people who are, let's say, succeeding, getting promoted, getting a job that I applied for, yeah, it's very frustrating and can bring you down. That's where depression comes in. Be careful. You don't want to get depression sucks. I've been depressed several times. I've been depressed. And yeah, just focus on your personal growth. Focus on yourself. There's, like I said, everyone is climbing a different mountain. You are not that other person you're comparing yourself to. Everybody's different. Be curious. Ask questions. I ask a lot of questions. Set boundaries with social media again. That's another one. Be mindful. Mindfulness is huge. Mindfulness could mean just sitting down somewhere like I am right now and just focusing on nature, the sounds coming from outside. Meditating is another way of mindfulness. I do a lot of meditations every day. That helps. Also, give yourself grace. Letting go of hard habits, that can be tough. It's a it's a work in process. It's a work in progress. You know what? Because you are yourself. You are nobody else. You are not the other person. The other person could be struggling with certain other things too. While you might be struggling with one thing, that person could be struggling with something that you're really good at. Just keep in mind, be mindful, give yourself grace, set boundaries with social media, be curious, focus on yourself, focus on your personal growth, set goals. These goals that you set, they should be not hard goals, easy goals. So easy goals. Anyway, I hope you learned something today. And until next time, you're listening to A Path to New You. Until next time, be well.